In today's video, I'm going to show you the top 5 most evil choices you can make in the Outer Worlds. Now, the Outer Worlds allows you a lot of freedom in terms of how you play the game. This includes killing any of the NPCs in the game. So in this video, I'm going to focus on quest-specific choices that you can make that are particularly evil. Because otherwise, this list would be kill this person, kill that group of people, etc. Just know that if you want to be a complete psychopath in this game, that option is available to you. Number 1, snitch on Phineas Wells to the board. Phineas Wells is the eccentric scientist who revives you at the beginning of the game. He is the reason that you were able to explore the Halcyon colony and hopefully work to make it a better place. So to turn around and snitch on him to the board would be just plain evil, right? Your first opportunity to rat him out comes during a conversation with Udon Bedford on the Groundbreaker. You can also go snitching later in the game when Sophia Akande from the board reaches out to you. If you decide to rat on Wells and work with the board, it sets you on a path of quests that are downright evil. So if you want to play a horrible character, this is a good way to start. You rat! Number 2. Bring about the robot destruction of Edgewater. Edgewater is the first town that you will encounter during the game. It's populated by a lot of good people just trying to make a living in the local salt tuna factory. So it would be pretty evil to send a group of auto-mechanical robots to destroy the whole town, which is a choice you can make during the board quest Foundation.
The war! The coming apocalypse! Man versus machine! I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
This option only becomes available to you if you made specific choices earlier in the game. If you redirected the power to the deserters camp or installed Adelaide McDevitt as the main boss in Edgewater, then Sophia Akande will ask you to destroy the whole town because it's a dangerous unknown variable.
Edgewater needs to go. I want you to wipe the town out. No survivors.
Wow. Number 3. Prevent Parvati's love with Junlei Tennyson. The Outer Worlds doesn't just allow you to cause physical pain to NPCs in the universe, you can inflict emotional damage as well. One way to achieve this is by preventing love to grow between your companion Parvati Holcomb and the ship captain on Groundbreaker, Junlei Tennyson. Parvati is the first companion you meet in the game and probably the most wholesome character in the Outer Worlds. Her personal quest involves meeting Junlei to exchange information about engineering. After meeting Junlei, she and Parvati begin to exchange more flirtatious messages. Parvati will share her feelings about Junlei with you and ask for your help in planning the perfect date with her. At several points in this quest, you can outright refuse Parvati's requests and then skip the companion quest entirely.
I think I'm ready to stop fretting and fussing and ask Junlei to go steady straight out. And I'm thinking of doing it here, on the ship. But she's not a stranger. You met her. I mean, you introduced us. Oh, I see. Right. Okay then.
It leads to a pretty depressing end for Parvati.
Though Parvati eventually grew comfortable aboard the Unreliable, she never quite came out of her shell. She seemed to prefer the company of Ada to the crew, and she could often be found neck-deep in cables and grease, telling Ada funny stories from her childhood. As the board began to roll out their lifetime employment program, Parvati was plagued by dreams of freezing to death. She began taking increasingly longer shore leaves, and she eventually disappeared from the Unreliable entirely. The board never knew what became of her, and under the adjutant's orders, they never tried to find out. Parvati was afforded a measure of peace and left to her own devices.
Number 4. Skip the hope into the sun. If you play as a character with below average intelligence, it unlocks dumb dialogue options. These are usually funny, daft comments that you can make in conversations that don't have a major impact on the plot of the game. However, during the quest, kept secret but not forgotten, the dumb dialogue options open up a more sinister outcome. When you patch Ada into the Hope's communication systems, you will have the option to run the ship's skip drive yourself rather than having the computer handle the calculations and maneuver for you. Since your character is dumb, they make an error which causes the Hope to careen directly into the sun rather than its intended destination. This kills your character, any companions with you, and the hundreds of thousands of people in cryostasis on the ship. Now, this isn't a particularly evil choice per se, since your character isn't intending for this outcome, they're just dumb. Sure, you can make that argument. However, since you're the one playing the Outer Worlds, and thereby choosing the dialogue options, then you know what you're doing on the Hope. That, my friends, is where the evil lies. Number 5. Tell Agnes Needham her son is dead. When you venture to Stellar Bay, you will most likely encounter Agnes Needham, an old woman who is visibly distraught. Stop and chat with her, and she will tell you about her little boy Tucker, who wandered outside the walls several days before and hasn't been seen since.
You have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak.
When you reach Amber Heights, you will discover that Tucker is still alive, and that he's much older than you might have guessed based on Agnes's description.
I'm 42 years old, but she still sees me as a little boy in need of her protection. I won't stand for it, I tell you.
At this point, you can convince Tucker to return to Stellar Bay to either rejoin his mother or tell her that he's ready to chart his own path. But there is another, more evil choice which you can make.
You go back and tell her you found my body beside the road, all mangled and tore up. If she believes me dead, she won't look for me no more.
Faking your own death to avoid an emotional discussion with your mother, eh? That's pretty evil, and you, as the player, have the opportunity to facilitate it.
No, that can't be true. Not my little boy, not my baby. Wait, are you sure it wasn't someone else? Maybe my little boy's all right. How could you know it was him? That's Tucker's ring. His daddy gave it to him and he never took it off since. How did you... No, it can't be. He's not dead, not my child, not my sweet Tucker. I promise I always look out for him. Take the money. Just please leave me to grieve.
Bonus choice number 6. Kill every NPC in the game. This isn't a Bethesda game, so you can pretty much slaughter any NPC in the game, including potential companions and quest givers. So if you want to be a rampaging, evil, murderous psychopath, then have at it. Were there any evil choices that I missed in this video? Let me know in the comments below. I post videos on the Outer Worlds, Elder Scrolls, and Fallout games, so if you like that type of content, be sure to subscribe for more. We'll see you soon, folks. This has been Big Dan. See ya!